first session where we welcomed 4 teams. 2 came out of there, and now we have crowned Oklahoma and Utah as the first 2 teams to advance to tomorrow's, Saturday's national championship. But we are here for session 2. Florida starts on vault, Missouri on bars, Auburn beam, and the reigning national champions, Michigan, on floor. And I am Olivia Karras. I'm here to bring you all things balance beam during this competition and during Saturday's championship. And let's start on beam with Auburn. Olivia Hollingsworth is going to get us started as the first competitor on balance beam in this competition. Olivia is a sophomore from Seabrook, Texas. She has a 9.9 career high and helped the Auburn Tigers to their program record 49.725 this season. So Auburn has been hot, and balance beam is a large reason why. First test here, she does a back handspring, layout step out, beautiful control there. Important leap connection, switch leap, switch half into a beat jump. All athletes are required to do a leap combination as well as an acro series connecting 2 salto elements. Nice job on that split jump. It is a sideways start and sideways finish. Very difficult to do that skill, and Olivia did a very nice job with it. Just the dismount, it's a side aerial to a full twist, and a stuck landing a little bit on her toes there. Her feet didn't move, but she lacked a little bit of control, which the judges will take a deduction for. But other than that, fantastic leadoff routine from the sophomore. She has just been a rock this season for Auburn. Reminder to all listeners that in NCAA gymnastics, each team allows for 6 athletes to compete. Of the 6 athletes, only 5 scores count. So ultimately, if there is a miss, a mistake, or unfortunately a fall, that routine can be dropped and the team will not have to count that score. So far so good here for Olivia Hollingsworth, giving them a routine score that they're really going to want to count. Updating you quickly on what happened earlier today. Balance beam was tight scoring, let me tell you. So far, the score to beat is a 9.9375, and 5 of the best gymnasts in the country are tied with that score. Lexi Ramler from Minnesota, Luisa Blanco from Alabama, and 3 of the fabulous Utah gymnasts, Abby Paulson, Kara Eaker, and Miley O'Keefe. Back over here, let's focus on where we are. It is Aria Brush, the junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, on balance beam. Career high 9.925, season high 9.925. Gorgeous front aerial to split jump for Aria. Notice on the right of your screen, Olivia Hollingsworth scores, and it's a 9.8375. Great leadoff score. Hopefully the team can build off of that. Small balance check there for Aria, very minimal, but the judges will deduct for the slight break in the hips. Switch leap to straddle quarter, gorgeous positioning in those leaps. And just the dismount for Aria Brush. She does a gainer full to a stuck landing, 2 for 2 for the Auburn Tigers so far. Fantastic job starting on arguably the hardest event to start on, the balance beam. Brilliant work for this team so far. Auburn Tigers are ranked 4th in the country on balance beam. They have been pretty high up in the rankings all season on this event, specifically with their 49.725 versus Florida. That is a program record balance beam score, and this lineup has really figured out how to maintain confidence, be calm, and also perform on the balance beam. They don't just do beam, they perform beam. And these next few competitors, you will really see that. And that starts with Cassie Stevens. She has really come out of her shell this season and has been such a key contributor. Cassie is a junior from Phoenix, Arizona. She has a career high of a 9.95 and has been extremely consistent this season. Notched to 9.9 at the regional final. Opening tumbling run, back handspring, layout step out. Nice control there on the landing. A little soft in her knees on the layout step out. Split jump to difficult double stag jump, directly connected to a beat jump. Double stag jumps are so difficult as the gymnast is taking her eyes off the balance beam, and Cassie made it look extremely easy. Now that was called the Stevens. Cassie Stevens created that skill. Front toss to her knee, directly connected to a wolf turn. So many moving pieces there, and such a unique way of using her creativity on balance beam to have a skill named after her. Love seeing that in NCAA gymnastics. Round off, 1.5. 3 for 3 stuck balance beam dismounts for the Auburn Tigers. Excellent work over there to get this competition started. Score is in for Aria Brush. It's a 9.85. Definitely a great score. They haven't broken into that 9.9 realm yet, but hoping this number from Stevens can do just that. This next competitor on balance beam is an extremely important and key contributor to this thriving Auburn team, and that is Sophia Groth. The freshman from West Des Moines, Iowa, has been outstanding this season for Auburn. She gets outshined a little bit by the great Suni Lee, who we will see a little bit later in this lineup, but major kudos to Sophia Groth for her absolute calm, cool, and collected participation on all of the events. She is so elegant, specifically on balance beam. Pay close attention to the detail, how she uses her facial expressions, her body movements. Everything she does exudes joy and confidence. Sophia Groth's career and season high is a 9.95, the same score she notched at the regional final. Very consistent competitor, and you will see why right here. Opening skill, it's a triple series, back handspring layout, 2 back handspring. So difficult to do a back handspring out of that layout salto, and she finishes it with the most beautiful smile. Switch leap to switch half, very difficult combination, done very well. Gorgeous full turn, required element for all athletes to do a turn. Beautiful front aerial, so confident with her arms, so tight in her core and her body positioning. Just the dismount, a side aerial to a full twist. 4 for 4 for the Auburn Tigers. Sophia Groth has been a rock star this season. Such fantastic balance beam work for this amazing freshman who has quite a bright future ahead of her. score is in for Cassie Stevens, a 9.8375, the same score that Olivia Hollingsworth received as the leadoff performer. So definitely judges are taking deductions for anything they see as something wrong with the routine. They're not being lenient, they're being very strict. And on the topic of judging, this is a little different this meet. Normally there are 2 judges at regular season competitions. Once we get to championships for your conference as well as regional championships, it's 4 judges, but here there's 6. How does that work, you ask? You drop the top score and the lowest score and average the 4, which is why we're receiving these extremely long decimal point scores like a 9.8375, but the point is to make sure that all deductions are accounted for. Next up on balance beam is sophomore Gabby McLaughlin from Irving, Texas. She is another underdog performer for this Auburn Tigers team. She is totally an unsung hero. So much passion for Auburn, but she's such a fantastic competitor, so calm on the balance beam and has a lot of difficulty. Gabby's career and season high is a 9.975, just 25 hundredths away from a perfect 10. For all of you that are coming over from the Vault stream, and for those of you who have been on the Beam stream, I'm thrilled to welcome Ashley Miles-Greek, who was on the Vault stream and is now joining me on the Balance Beam stream. Hey, Ash.
Hey, Olivia. How's it going over here for Auburn?
There's some good stuff happening. I was just saying to everyone listening that Auburn is so fantastic on this event, and I think we're seeing why right now.
Oh, yeah. This is McLaughlin, right?
It sure is.
Yes, she is a stud for them. Really complements the latter part of this lineup, and like you said, you can see why, just solid.
Beautiful and confident side aerial there. She is doing such a great job maintaining focus with all the noise going on in this building.
Yep, we've got the defending national champions right now over on floor making a lot of noise, but they cannot lose focus.
They cannot lose focus, and so far they are not.
Good toe point on that combination, just beautiful.
Beautiful leap combination. I have seen no deductions so far in this routine, and just in, Sophia Groth came in with a 9.925, so scores are finally rising for Auburn. Gainer pike to a stuck landing. That's 5 for 5 stuck landings for Auburn.
And she gets an extra 10th for me for that salute. I think her head almost hit the middle of her back.
So impressive. Sometimes the college salute impresses me more than the dismount.
For sure, just pure emotion that they're able to let out at the conclusion of some of these routines. You can see it in her face there.
So exciting watching these athletes work all season for this moment, and it's paying off.
Yep, all that experience, all that postseason, the pressure, all the reps in practice, it just makes it that much more special when it all comes together.
So here we are. We talked about this Auburn team a little bit, how good they are this year, and right here, this young lady is a reason why. Enter Suni Lee, the freshman from St. Paul, Minnesota, casually just the reigning Olympic all-around gold medalist. So she has some credentials as to why she's good.
Just a few,
just a few.
No big deal. Just Suni doing what she does. And of course, wherever Suni goes, a large crowd always follows. It's been the story of the season, just the sellouts and the crowds and so much excitement about having these caliber of athletes competing collegiately.
And she continues that excellent momentum on balance beam. She has a career high of a perfect 10, and this routine is so technically perfect. Everything she does has fluid motion. She's very calm, but she's had some slip-ups this year, and she's made it a point to say, I'm a human being, you guys. Like, I won the Olympic championship in the all-around, but I am also a human being, and so I'm excited to see her on this stage and just show the world what she can do.
Yeah, for sure. You talk about that mishap at SECs when she fell on her flight series. You could hear it in the arena, a collective from the crowd because everyone was like, oh my gosh, she fell. Like, and you said she's human.
She's human.
She can make mistakes too, just like the rest of us.
Just like the rest of us. She is a human being. It happens to all of us.
But so young in her career, just a freshman. Competing in college is a lot different from competing at the elite international level, for sure.
It is, and it's exciting right now for her in this moment to be able to be a part of this movement of bringing elite gymnasts into NCAA and allowing them the opportunity to enjoy this.
Yeah, in the gymnastics has just the level of difficulty and the execution has increased dramatically, and it's been, we're all benefiting from it for sure.
Absolutely. Looks like Suni is still waiting. A reminder that with more judges comes a little more time to get everyone on the same page, but score is in for Gabby McLaughlin. It's a 9.9, so definitely already a fantastic beam showing for Auburn, and they still have Suni Lee left.
Yeah, Auburn is doing a very good job with these beam routines right now.
Beautiful wolf turn for Suni. Ashley, walk us through this one. Like, what do you think she's thinking right now?
So I think she probably has her routine down. She's got her key thoughts, everything that she says to herself throughout this routine. Perfect there with that combination. No question whether or not all those elements were connected in that acro to flight series. Switch leap half.
Got a nice smile out of her there.
Yeah, just a smile. She looks like in her element, so relaxed, and you know, kind of what we've become accustomed to seeing from her.
Just the dismount. Oh
And
my God!
gets the landing. Wow.
6 for 6 stuck landings. Suni Lee goes up there and is like, watch this. I mean, this is so exciting to see all of these teams really show up when they need to.
That is how you start on beam in this competition.
Absolutely. So Auburn's done. Suni was the final competitor for Auburn, but now we are delighted to welcome an individual competitor. So individuals is different. Some people might not be familiar with how it works, but in the regional championships, lots of teams compete. There's 36 teams that make it into that championship, and individuals compete really well on the first day of competition, but if their team doesn't make it through to this competition, they still are rewarded for their effort on that event and welcomed to the national championship to compete for a championship on their event or in the all-around. So on beam right now, we are welcoming Adeline Kenlin from Iowa.
Like, she's really nice and calm, relaxed, having just a, you know, cool conversation with her coach, getting prepared for this moment.
Adeline is only the second Iowa gymnast in history to qualify to NCAA's unbalanced beam. And the first was actually right there who fist bumped her. That was Claire Kaji giving her some words of wisdom. So it's lovely to see them come together and have Claire be a part of this experience.
That is very unique.
Isn't that
stat
great?
right there for sure. You're coming with the facts.
I'm coming with the facts, you know?
I love it.
So score is in for Suni Lee. It's a 9.9625. She will now take the lead in the balance beam competition. That's super exciting.
That's the new top score, yep. Good back handspring layout. Very easy, looked comfortable with that. Ideally, you want to look like you're on the floor when you're on the balance beam.
Absolutely.
Easier said than done because it's only 4 inches, but look at that right there, that combination. Just front aerial, beat jump, beautiful.
Gorgeous control so far.
Very nice position on those leaps as well. Obviously, the judges look for that. Some athletes get to that 180, some go above and beyond.
Just the dismount left for Adeline. She does a side aerial to a full twist. Let's see if she caught the stick bug. Oh, yeah!
That would be a yes, and the salute bug.
That was fantastic. This beam rotation was amazing. So much excitement, but stay tuned with us. There's a lot more beam to come, especially now that the new precedent for the beam title is on the line. Stick around, we'll be back. rotation of the second semifinal of the 2022 NCAA Gymnastics Championship. I am Olivia Karras. I'm here to give you all of the inside scoop of balance beam at this championship. Lots of exciting things have happened so far. Auburn just finished balance beam with a 49.475. Update on scores. The great Adeline Kenlin came out with a 9.95 representing Iowa. Super exciting for her to see her hit that routine. We are up next on balance beam. Missouri has come to balance beam. This is Amaya Marshall, sophomore from Kannapolis, North Carolina. She's notched a career high 9.9, has been a solid leadoff performer for the Missouri Tigers this season. Beautiful front aerial, such lovely extension in her toe point, all the way from her straight legs to her toe point. Combination front toss to back handspring. Excellent movement there to continue the connection in order to make sure the judges give credit for the connection. Nice full turn. That is a required element for all athletes to do a turn of some sort in their routine. Split jump to straddle quarter. Gorgeous 180-degree positioning in both the split jump and the straddle. Just the dismount of back handspring to a gainer full. Oh, just a hop backwards, but beautiful leadoff routine from Amaya Marshall. She has just been a rock star this season. Some quick stats about Missouri on balance beam. Their season high was a 49.425. It's the second highest score on beam in program history. Their NQS score, their average of the season, was a 49.34, gave them 11th place in the country. Missouri beam is coached by Casey Jo McPherson. She does a great job with this beam lineup, working with each individual athlete on their strengths, making sure that they feel comfortable in their choreography and their movements on balance beam, which is a really difficult task. While we wait for the score for Amaya Marshall, next up on balance beam will be Hannah McCrary, senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hannah has had such a spectacular career at Missouri. She has been such a rock for this team across the board, but balance beam this season has been a little shaky. She's only notched a 9.8 season high, hasn't broken quite into that prestigious 9.9 realm, but she's been working really hard in the gym on consistency and mental choreography. Opening skill is a front toss. Little wobble there. She had to lift her leg up, which is a deduction. The judges will have to take at least a half-tenth when the leg was removed from the beam. But brings it back beautifully with that back handspring layout, step-out series. Beat jump to double stag jump. The judges are looking for a little bit more opening in the hips. She was a little tight in her hip position, but did still hit the position they were looking for. Lovely split half. Starting sideways on the beam and ending sideways, very difficult. Just the dismount left, it's a back handspring, tuck 1.5. Oh, little awkward there on that landing. She landed a little bit straight on the legs instead of bending and absorbing, which the judges will deduct for. She also hopped a little bit diagonally and backwards, which shows under rotation. That means the athlete didn't complete the skill and had to adjust in order to stay on her feet. Score for Amaya Marshall has come in. It was a 9.8375. Similar score that Olivia Hollingsworth opened up with for Auburn. Next up on balance beam for Missouri is Sydney Schaefer, the sophomore out of Andover, Kansas. Sydney's career and season high is a 9.875. Sydney has worked really hard this season on staying in the moment on balance beam and controlling the controllable. Some last-minute words of wisdom from Casey Jo McPherson as the judges just came in with Hannah McCrary's score. It's a 9.7875. Again, that is average from 4 scores, drop the high and drop the low. Sydney Schaefer up on balance beam. Nice full turn, again, required element. Start things off. Big test here. Triple series, 2 back handsprings into a layout step out. Lovely job working through that. Front aerial, beautiful job. So far, so good for Sydney Schaefer. Switch leap into split jump. Nice job working through that. She looked a little bit off on the switch leap and had to adjust slightly, but worked through it well. Just the dismount left. It's a round off 1.5 twist. Oh, minor hop forwards, just a little bit of an adjustment. Couldn't quite get that landing, and we haven't really seen a perfectly stuck landing yet on balance beam from Missouri, where when Auburn was on balance beam, we saw stick after stick after stick, and those are the types of tents that add up. These last 3 competitors really need to zone in here, not give the judges anything to take away, and that can start with Alyssa Shermetta. She is fantastic on balance beam. Alyssa is a senior from Circleville, New York. Season and career high 9.9. And she notched a 9.9 at the regional final to help the Missouri Tigers show up here in Fort Worth. Still waiting here for the okay, and she got it as Sydney Schaefer's score comes as a 9.825. Still haven't broken into that 9.9 realm, which is really the standard you need to be in if you want to advance out of this semifinal. Up with a back handspring layout, step out. Gorgeous job, a little soft in the back knee, but really great execution there on the landing. Split jump to double stag, lovely working through that. Lovely front aerial. And I'm thrilled to welcome back from the vault stream, Ashley Miles-Greig. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, this is getting fun, Olivia. I'm liking vault's done. Jump over here with you and see what's going on with Missouri on the balance beam.
And you jumped over at a very good time. Alyssa Shermetta is doing a fantastic job on balance beam right now. They haven't quite broken into that 985-99 range, so this could be the routine that changes it all.
Good deal.
Really unique dismount here. It is a gainer tuck full off the end of the beam, one of my favorite skills, and that's a stuck landing. Slight little adjustment, but the first stuck landing of the rotation for Missouri, and man, did they need it.
Yeah, I love that dismount. It's so different, so unique. And
so cool.
Yeah, if you're not expecting it, you kind of jump a little bit like, ooh.
Right? She went backwards and moved forwards.
Yes.
How does that work? So great job by Alyssa. They really needed that shift in energy as Helen Hu, the junior from Chicago, Illinois, is next up on balance beam. Her career high is a near perfect 9.975, and she was actually my club teammate as a fun fact.
That is so cool.
I know, right?
So you know how good she is on this event then.
She's very talented. She is very talented. She just needs to stay really tight and in the moment, and she will be fine.
Yeah, she's beautiful on this event. She kind of, to me, has one of those showy routines where she has those little skills where she's just showing off up there.
And she knows it too. But I love how calm she is right here with Casey Joe. Just casual day in the office, big deep breath before she gets ready to compete her balance beam routine.
And they didn't have her the entire season either due to injury, so she worked her way back and has been like a big contributor on this event.
Definitely. I know they were missing her on this event, but Victoria Gatzendorfer did a great job. The freshman stepped in and was exactly what they needed to get them through the season, and she's a beautiful beam worker as well, so it was nice seeing her out there.
Judges say she can go.
All right, score is in from Alyssa Shermetta, 9.875. That's exactly what they needed. And I know you love this routine, Ashley, so take us through it.
Yes, there's that first just combination, displaying like immaculate strength and flexibility, artistry, just a very unique, different movement. She gets her full turn out of the way, very different than most athletes with the leg lifted all the way up, grabs it to show that off. We talked about in the first semifinal about those full turns. Same here. They cause problems so many times. Front aerial, back handspring, good combination there, no breaks. The judges look for that. She was very fluid, so she'll get the bonus for that connection. Another front aerial, one-legged landing. Hello.
I mean, as if it's
Show
hard
off.
enough.
Show off. Definitely. Split leap, 3/4, lands sideways, gets that good position, and that's a good way to show off flexibility. Like,
yeah, that's super casual.
She's just showing off. I'm just convinced, honestly.
So far, this routine has been beautiful, and with her knee, I know that the dismount has given her some trouble, so let's hope she can get the stick bug from Alyssa and drop it in right here. It's a gainer full. Oh!
Yes!
Bravo, Helen Hu!
I feel like her beam routine is one of those ones that could vie for an individual title as well. It's that good.
It is that good, and she is chasing Suni Lee's 9.9625, which, let's be honest, that's a hard score to beat.
Tall order.
But definitely a routine right there that should be in contention.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
It was a beautiful routine. So 5 routines for Missouri are done. All 5 have hit. Hannah McCurry's sub 9.8 routine is not exactly what Missouri is looking for. So this last competitor can help erase that and bump the score up. And man, is she the person to do it. Sienna Schreiber, the junior from Cumming, Georgia, career high, also like Helen Hu, a near perfect 9.975, and she was lights out at the regional final. First day of regionals, 9.975, second day, 9.95. Energy just kept building over there.
And one thing that's so fun about Sienna Schreiber is her energy. Like, just watch her smile, she dances, she's singing to herself. She just has so much fun. on every single event. And that just works for her.
And she has been given the go-ahead. Score is in for Helen Hu, a 9.9375, so tied with that earlier conglomerate.
That was the favorite score.
That was the favorite score. Ties with many of the spectacular athletes in the first rotation.
And so far, she's taking care of business. She's gotten on the equipment, doing a good job, looks really calm and comfortable up there, as your anchor on this event usually is. Back handspring, layout, triple flight series, easy peasy.
We have a view here from the back. You guys can't see it right here, but she was off on that first layout and completely brought it back over the top of the bar. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, that's veteran move. You know, we say that a lot when they're just able to make those adjustments mid-skill to keep it on. So impressive.
Oh, beautiful.
Difficult combination.
Switch half to split jump. She looks so comfortable up there.
Yeah, remember, 4 inches wide, people. Stuck landing. That's what Missouri needed, yes.
Oh, she knows it was good, and it's coming after Helen Hu's fantastic 9.9375 routine. But wow, big hugs from Casey Jo McPherson, and man, does she deserve that one.
Yeah, that was big.
Wow, I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, in the drama that was at regionals, them getting here so close. I mean,
such an exciting story.
Gonna go put it all out there.
I want to take a moment really quickly to send our best wishes to Abby Thompson and the Denver team. She couldn't be here today competing on balance beam, but we miss you. We're wishing you the best and hope you're watching and know that you're missed. So thank you everyone for being here. We are done with rotation 2. We will be back for rotation 3 where Florida will come over to balance beam, so stick with us. Of NCAA gymnastics. I am Olivia Karras here to bring you all of the beam insights for semifinal 2 of this championship. And let me tell you, this is a tight meet. First up on beam for Florida right now is the great Megan Skaggs. There was a little bit of a delay on uneven bars, but did not affect these invincible Florida Gators, but we're back on track and ready for a great third rotation. Megan opens up with a lovely wall full. She's a fifth-year senior from Marietta, Georgia, career high 9.95, and has been an absolute rock for this Florida team as the leadoff on balance beam. Beautiful position in those leaps. Acro series back handspring layout, step out, gorgeous, just the most minimal adjustment with her shoulders, but she did such a beautiful job of minimizing as much as possible. Front aerial, gorgeous, working through that. Everything she does is just so technically perfect. Cat leap to switch side, gorgeous job. Straddle position was perfect. Just the dismount side aerial to a full twist, and she can stick this. Oh my goodness, Megan Skaggs, have yourself a weekend, girlfriend. That was gorgeous. Megan Skaggs has just been the heart and soul of this Florida Gators team. I'm unbelievably impressed and proud of her with everything that she has done for this program, and that beam routine was that and more. Bravo to her. Next up on balance beam for the Gators is freshman Sloan Blakely from Frisco, Texas. Sloan has been pristine on balance beam this season. You're going to hear me say that a lot because this Florida beam squad is lights out. They have done such a spectacular job this season, and the numbers speak for themselves. Season high 49.75 set at the regional finals. They're ranked second on beam, second only to the great Utah Utes we saw earlier, who were spectacular on balance beam as well. Sloan is such a confident athlete on this event. She can be extremely powerful, but also elegant and confident in everything she does. She has been given the go-ahead as Megan Skaggs' score comes in at a 99125. You know, I think she's constantly underscored. She has done that routine time and time again, and it has been brilliant. So 99125 is a spectacular score, but I want more for Megan Skaggs. As Sloan Blakely does her front aerial back handspring series. Switch leap to switch half. Beautiful job working through that. Gorgeous full turn. So deliberate. Side aerial to a full twist, stuck, landing. Sloan Blakely is looking so good. She had a fall on uneven bars just a second ago, but brought it back beautifully on balance beam, where you need to stay in the moment and be so focused, and she did just that. Brilliant work by Sloan Blakely. Lots of noise in this arena right now. So much exciting gymnastics happening, and these athletes are handling it so well. Next athlete up on balance beam is fifth-year senior Alyssa Bauman from Dallas, Texas. The gymnastics community knows Alyssa Bauman very well. She is the 2018, 2019, and 2021 SEC beam champion. So if you need any reason to know how talented she is on this event, those stats truly speak for themselves. Alyssa has a season and career high of a 9.975. Never quite that perfect 10, but I have seen many routines she has done that, in my opinion, garner a perfect 10. But she has been given the green light as Sloan Blakely's score comes in at a 9.9. So 2 9.9s over on balance beam for Florida. Opening series, back handspring, layout, step out. Oh, slight adjustment there. She looked a little slow moving in between that back handspring into the layout, step out. Picture perfect position in that split jump. Front aerial to beat jump, so beautiful. Full turn, required element for each athlete on this event. Gorgeous side aerial. I love that confident arm movement there at the end, finishing very strongly. Just the dismount, it's a round off to a 1.5 twist, and she can stick it. Oh, a little bit off there, slight bobble to the side, but beautiful routine, just that slight bobble there on the series, but nothing major at all for Alyssa Bauman. Next up on balance beam for the Florida Gators is the fantastic freshman Leanne Wong from Overland Park, Kansas. Just moments ago, there was a slight delay on uneven bars, and Leanne was one of the athletes who had to wait for her turn and performed under the pressure with such poise and grace. Leanne has a career high of a 9.975, received a 9.95 at the regional final. And she has been given the go-ahead from the judges as Alyssa Bauman's score comes in at only a 9.8375. And as I mentioned during the routine, that's likely, it is because of the bobble on the series and then the dismount step. Beautiful switch leap to leap. Gorgeous positioning in the air. Back handspring, layout, step out. Flawless job on that landing. Beautiful full turn. Gorgeous, difficult switch ring. She did a really nice job of working through that, lifting her leg a little bit, but using it as choreography almost. And just the dismount, round off, double twist. Oh, little bobble there. She didn't quite show full control of the double twist before turning and saluting the judges, which the judges will take an out of control deduction there, likely only a half tenth or so, but on the beam, she did a really nice job. You can see her receiving high fives from her teammates for her excellent routine. Next up on balance beam is the great senior from York, Pennsylvania, Trinity Thomas. We just saw her experience a delay briefly on uneven bars and performed beautifully. And thrilled to welcome back Ashley Miles-Grieg as she comes over from vault. How was vault, Ashley?
Oh my gosh, vault was amazing. I'm just still on a high. I'm waiting to see what Kaya Johnson scored, so now I know, 9.9125.
Excellent. Well, welcome to balance
Thank
beam.
you.
It has been a fantastic rotation for the Gators. Alyssa Bauman a little off on her series, which is so uncharacteristic, and then a hop on the landing. And Leanne Wong, a couple little things here and there, had to lift a leg, but used it as kind of a choreography moment, and then lacked a little control on the dismount. So who but Trinity Thomas can bring it back?
That's right, so sounds like Florida may be showing a little bit of nerves here. But this is who you want.
So, Ashley, Trinity had that experience on bars, and now she's here. She comes back, she does a near-perfect routine on bars. She's on balance beam now. There's a lot of pressure out in the world for her to win the all-around title. What's she thinking right now on balance beam, one of her best events?
I can guarantee you she is just, before this routine, she did her self-affirmations. I actually had an opportunity to ask her about that, what's going through your head. She talks to herself, positive thoughts, and she's just going through her regular routine, treating this as if it's a day in practice, like another day at the office. And
I love that.
Seems to work for her. There's the splash.
The splashdown. If you joined us for semifinal 1, we have named that the splashdown, which I think it is the name of it, but I'm not really sure. We haven't really decided, so if you know, let us know. Just the dismount, side aerial full. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I said just a second ago that it's one of her best events. She doesn't have a bad event.
No, she
So,
doesn't. Nerves of steel from
nerves
her.
of steel, but beautiful work by Trinity Thomas. She is just a joy to watch. We are honestly lucky to be able to watch her in this competition.
Yeah. Also very excited for who's coming up next, too, on beam for Florida.
I'm excited, yes.
This is her event.
This is her event, and that would be senior Leah Clapper from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Leah Clapper has a career high of a 10, season high of a 9.975, and as you said, Ashley, this is her routine.
Yeah.
This is her event.
Yeah, this is what she does for them. She brings a lot to the table, and she's just, you know, another one of those athletes that's fun to watch. Like, this is her space.
So score is in for Leanne Wong. It's a 9.8625, so better than what Alyssa Bauman received, a 9.8375, but definitely not that level of 9.9 that we're seeing in the top of the rotation.
Yeah, so things are going to get really interesting here, I believe, with these scores. Florida was in third place.
Coming into this rotation.
Yeah.
So, quick reminder of how this all works. 6 gymnasts, 5 scores count. So if Leah Clapper goes lights out here and receives higher than a 9.8375, that score will be dropped, her score will be added, and Florida will have a boost in their score. But they already have 5 solid hit routines. So there is a little bit less pressure as Trinity Thomas's score comes in at a 9.9375, and, well, just trim things.
Yeah, we've just gotten so used to Florida just top to bottom being lights out. So, yeah, I'm sure they would love to drop one of those 9-8 scores.
Triple series here for Leah Clapper. Beautiful job, so controlled.
Always fun when you see them smile, right? I mean, they're just having fun up there. It's balance beam. It's 4 inches wide.
It's 4 inches wide. Lovely full turn. You know, Ashley, these routines with the triple series, they really just get it done with as little skills as possible, and that's what Leah's doing. Switch leap, split jump, business trip, off and on, you know?
Just, you know, coming in for the trip to take care of business, then it's out.
And then we're done. Just the dismount. She needs this stick. She wants it. All right.
That was a little off. That's a minimal deduction.
A little off. We don't know if that's going. I would think it's going to be better than a 9.8375, but you never know
with
these days
6
with
judges.
Yeah,
That's right. They may see something that we didn't see, but I happen to agree with you on the number of what that should be. That was a great routine.
Yep.
Except for that small little thing on the dismount.
So finally on balance beam, we have Raina Worley competing as an individual from Kentucky.
And she has been so solid for her team. Of course, just qualifying as an individual here in the rotation with Florida. So what better rotation to be in? And she is just solid. She's one of their most consistent performers at Kentucky. And she's only a junior, so we're going to get to see her again.
Which is so exciting.
Yes.
I feel like I've been given such senior energy from her with all the amazing gymnastics we've seen from her, but I had to remind myself that we have another year of Raina Worley, and career high 9.95. She's from Christiansburg, Virginia, and she really can rock the balance beam.
Yeah, so solid on every single event.
Cat leap to switch side, beautiful job. I don't know if people watching this can see, but she's singing to herself on balance beam right now.
Now the smiles we see, not often do you see someone mouthing and singing the music.
Triple series here, front aerial, back handspring layout step. She looked a little off on that front aerial, but kept the arms moving very well.
Yep, that's a veteran move. We talk about that a lot. She made that nice correction in between that combination. Oh, she kicked out on her full turn. She's showing out.
Beautiful full turn. And just the dismount for Raina Worley. A round off 1.5. Stuck landing a little bit to the side of the mat, but really good job working through that routine. It's so hard to be an individual and the last one, but great job for her, capping off a really exciting balance beam rotation for Florida. That concludes rotation 3 of balance beam and the competition. Stay tuned for rotation 4, the final rotation, as we see who makes it to Saturday's national championship. Welcome back to rotation 4 of semifinal 2 of the NCAA championships for the 2022 season. I'm Olivia Karras here to give you all of the ins on balance beam for this final rotation. And we are welcoming the reigning national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, to balance beam. Unfortunately, they had to count a fall on uneven bars just a rotation ago. So if they want a shot to making it to Saturday, they're going to have to be lights out. And they're led off by the sophomore from Chandler, Arizona, Naomi Morrison. Oh no, a little trouble there on her candlestick mount. Naomi's career and season high is a 9.925. Oh no, off on that back handspring layout. She lifted her leg up, which is a static half-tenth deduction. Nice job bringing it back on that cat leap to switch half. Very difficult skill. Oh gosh, very nervous beam work here. Full turn, had to lift her leg, unfortunately. And just the dismount here. Round off 1.5 twist. Oh no. And that is a fall for Michigan's leadoff performer, Naomi Morrison. It looked like she was really trying to go for that stuck landing and unfortunately sat down that landing. Not what they needed. They really needed to be unbelievably lights out right now, and unfortunately that's not what happened. Next competitor is junior Gabby Wilson from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Gabby has a career high of a 9.975, season high of a 9.9. She's really stepped into this balance beam role this season and been much more confident than we've seen her in times past. Gabby is a very dynamic balance beam worker. All of her gymnastics is very dynamic. You'll see right off the bat from her series, she gets amazing height off the balance beam, and she has been given the green light to get ready and go. So the score is in for Naomi Morrison. It is just a 9.075. Really not what the Michigan Wolverines needed in this moment. Opening skill here, back handspring layout, step out. Lovely height, so confident on that landing. Gabby's dance is so strong. She's found a rhythm that works for her. Gorgeous switch leap connected jumps. Very unique skill that we don't see very often, extremely difficult. Full turn there, really held that position. It looked like she hesitated a bit, kicking her leg out. And the dismount, this is a big one. It's a double tuck, and she's been able to stick it. Oh, just a step backwards, but very nice job for Gabby Wilson. Nice job bringing the energy back to focus for this Michigan Wolverine team. High fives from the coaching staff for Gabby Wilson as JC Vore is up next. The freshman from Fishers, Indiana, getting ready to go on balance beam. Assistant coach Myliana Kanoa Hermelin is walking JC through this routine. Miley has been a key contributor in this Michigan Wolverine team. She's so solid as a coach and helps her athletes walk through all of their routines, instilling immense confidence in them. JC has a career high 9.925. Received a 9.85 at the regional final, and she has been given the green light to go as Gabby Wilson's score is in. It's a 9.8375. Opening skill here, back handspring layout, step out. Little unsure of herself on the landing, but she did a nice job coming back to her center. Single acro element, a front toss, a little out of control with her arms, but no movement with the body on that skill. Straddle jump to straddle half, beautiful position in those 180-degree splits. Just the dismount for JC. She's had some trouble with this, a round off 1.5. Oh, okay. A little shuffle backwards, that's an under rotation, which means that she didn't fully complete the skill and had to step backwards, unfortunately, but excellent job coming back after an unfortunate fall on uneven bars, very uncharacteristic for her. Next up on balance beam for Michigan, Sierra Brooks, the junior from Plainfield, Illinois. Career high 9.9625 set last year at the NCAA championships as she helped Michigan to their first ever NCAA championship as a team. Sierra's season high is a 9.95. She received a 9.85 at the regional final. Actually, the entire Michigan beam lineup received a 9.85 at the regional final. Sierra is a very calm beam worker. Someone you want in this position as JC Vore puts up a 9.8125. And that score will count since Naomi Morrison's 9.075 to start off the rotation is the score they will undoubtedly want to drop. Oh no. And that right there will seal it for Michigan. Unfortunately, that is a fall that was supposed to be a triple series, and they will have to count a fall now on balance beam. Front toss, very nicely done. Definitely not the routine she wanted. She's doing a nice job working through this and finishing it up. Difficult here, double tuck. Very large bounce and step backwards. This Michigan team looks really shaken up, unfortunately. So vault has concluded. We are done with vault for NCAA Day 1. I am thrilled to welcome back the great Ashley Miles-Greig to the beam feed. Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you for welcoming me back once again.
How was vault?
Vault was good. Missouri, they did a good job. I mean, they gave themselves a chance. They got lots of experience, and I think that Coach Welker's going to be really happy with what they did over there.
I love to see that. Great stuff. Well, unfortunately, you are coming into a not so great Michigan beam lineup.
Oh, no.
Naomi Morrison led off with only a 9.075, and Sierra Brooks just so off on her series, couldn't complete the second layout, so Michigan will be counting a fall on balance beam.
It's definitely not what you want to do in these situations, so it's going to be the test now to see how they come back.
Yep.
How they can get back on track with these last few routines in this rotation. That's gonna mean a lot.
Ultimately, the team will not advance to Saturday, but this is a big moment for this athlete right here, Abby High School, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Abby High School was the athlete last year to secure the championship for Michigan.
Wow.
So she is one that you truly can rely on, and she's a senior, so this is a big moment for her just to go out there and do what she can do. Cat leap side aerial, a little off, but worked through it well. Switch leap, so nice.
Difficult combination too, to stay square and on top of the beam on that.
Her series of back handspring layout, step out, rock solid.
That experience definitely coming into play here, you see it.
Beautiful full turn right there. Just the dismount, round off 1.5. And the smallest hop forward. Great job for Abby High School. And she
you see the emotion.
she's crying. She knows that that was her last piece of gymnastics she will do.
So special, and what a way to know that you finished out with a routine like that, where you hit and you stepped up and you have that memory.
Absolutely, you want to give immense kudos to these athletes, as although it does come down to who advances and who doesn't and who wins titles, a lot of these athletes are ending their careers today, and many more on Saturday. So we are seeing the end of a lot of exciting eras of many school programs.
Yes. Start thinking about that next chapter in your life.
That's right. So Michigan's final competitor is Natalie Wojcik, the senior from Douglasville, Pennsylvania, named the AAI winner just on Tuesday. And essentially the Heisman
And that's
of gymnastics.
that's such a big deal.
That's a really
It's a big deal.
So major kudos to her. She is also the 2019 NCAA beam champion just as a freshman. So she can get it done here. Career high of a perfect 10.
Yeah, she's fun on this event.
She is fun on this event, and I was on a team with her as a senior when she was a freshman, and she is truly one of the iciest competitors I've ever seen in my life, and she's like that every day.
Good deal. So that's what you expect from her right here, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Front aerial beat jump, beautiful. Score comes in for Abby Heiskell at a 9.9. A lovely way to end her career as a Michigan Wolverine.
That's amazing. Look at that toe point, man.
Beautiful leaps, my goodness. Difficult series, triple series, 2 back handsprings to a layout step out, and amidst all of the loud cheering for Trinity Thomas's 10 on 4,
Just
Natalie
saw a perfect
is
10.
calm,
First
cool, and
one.
collected. Just the dismount for Natalie Wojcik. A stick here could really put her up there as a contender for the beam title. Oh no. Oh.
She was really going for that landing.
She
and
was
just
going
took that
for
step back.
the stick under rotation, which will be a deduction for the under rotation, and the step, unfortunately.
You see the emotions coming out there for her too a little bit. Man,
You
it's
see
just-
a lot of emotion there. It's really gut-wrenching to watch these athletes go through this, but kudos to my alma mater for a great season. I'm unbelievably proud of them.
As you should be.
So can't take anything for granted.
Yes.
But let's pop over to our final individual competitor of the evening. This is Miss Nora Flatley, senior from West Des Moines, Iowa, representing UCLA here on balance beam and in the all-around.
She's got an amazing comeback story. Missed all of the 2021 regular season due to an ankle injury, and she has come back like on fire.
And I love it. I love
Yes.
every second of the comeback. I love seeing athletes fight through adversity, and look at her standing
Yes.
here and rounding out this meet on balance beam. I mean, what an exciting moment for her.
She's also fun to watch because she's one of those show-offy
Absolutely.
athletes. Like, she knows she's good and she displays that.
Absolutely. So the score is in for Natalie Wojcik. It's a 9.8625 as Nora Flatley concludes her 2022 season.
Wow.
Oh,
Perfect.
my gosh.
That was completely on. We have all the angles up here, and from the end, that was absolutely perfect.
We have every angle. Beautiful turn combination. We don't see many of those turning both ways.
Yeah, inverted turn.
Inverted turn.
Wow.
Lovely switch leap, split jump.
So precise with her hand movements and her artistry.
Just the dismount. It's a 1.5. Oh,
Woo!
Nora Flatley.
I think she likes it.
Oh, yes. Big hugs.
Oh. That's awesome, but this is so emotional for these athletes. I mean, just knowing, like, all their hard work.
I love to see it. Well, that concludes beam for day one of the NCAA Gymnastics Championships. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Olivia Karras, joined by Ashley Miles Greig. We will see you on Saturday.